what innocent habit from your past ended up saving someone's life? My roommate Mika and I developed an elaborate Spotify playlist communication system during college. We were too passive-aggressive to have actual conversations about chores, so songs to wash your disgusting dishes to became our preferred method of household communication. Eventually, we had playlists for everything, and created rules where the first letter of each song title could spell out secret messages, and Taylor Swift meant something was urgent, or Nickelback meant it was a joke. Our friends thought we were insane, but it became our thing. I never thought our passive-aggressive playlist war over dirty dishes would one day help me rescue Mika from a psychopath. We kept this up after graduation. Even when Mika moved across the city, we'd still send each other daily playlists about our lives. She'd share toxic coworker survival anthems, and I'd respond with songs for pretending you're working from home. By 25, we had 3 years of playlist history, and probably the weirdest friendship in existence, but we never thought twice about it. Everything changed when Mika matched with Dylan on a dating app who claimed to be a music producer. She was always a sucker for musicians, and went to meet him for coffee on Saturday afternoon. She texted me that she was having a great time, but the next morning I woke up to a text saying, "Hey Jordan, I need to take some time to explore this new connection with Dylan. He's invited me to stay at his place to work on music together. Don't worry about me. I just need space." Which was weird because Mika would never use corporate speak like explore this new connection, and she'd been planning her sister's baby shower for weeks. The texts kept coming, and they all sounded like LinkedIn posts about embracing opportunities for personal growth, which was hilarious because Mika once described self-help books as psychological terrorism. But then she started sending Spotify playlists with names like He's Extremely Lovely Please, which was just 4 Backstreet Boys songs on repeat. Tell Me Why, I Want It That Way, Everybody, and Shape of My Heart. The first letter spelled out TIES, and I realized she was trying to tell me she was tied up somewhere. The final playlist arrived at 3 in the morning titled Please Listen and You'll Love It So Tomorrow, which spelled out PLAYLIST. It contained 27 songs that all mentioned specific Boston locations. When I mapped them out, they clustered around an abandoned music venue in the Warehouse District. She'd added Psycho Killer by Talking Heads 17 times in a row, which felt pretty clear. I screenshot our playlist history and drove to the abandoned venue at 4 in the morning. I saw lights in the basement and called police saying someone was breaking in. While waiting, I did some digging on Dylan and discovered he wasn't a music producer at all, but some trust fund creep who'd been banned from multiple dating apps for harassment. The cops thought I was insane until we heard screaming from inside. They found Mika zip-tied to a chair in the old green room where Dylan had been forcing her to record a podcast about their beautiful love story after deciding they were soulmates from one coffee date. When they arrested him, he screamed, "She said she loved my music taste. She said we had a connection." And Mika yelled back, "I said I liked one Radiohead song, you absolute psychopath." Mika spent 2 days in the hospital for dehydration, but was physically fine despite being held for almost a week by someone who thought playing Wonderwall on repeat would make someone fall in love. When I visited her, she laughed and said, "Can you imagine explaining to a therapist that you were saved by strategically placed Smash Mouth songs?" We still send playlists daily, but now any playlist with more than 2 Nickelback songs means call the police immediately.